Universe Mode is one of the most iconic game modes when it comes to a WWE game, and Universe Mode hasn't been great these past couple of WWE 2K games. Now, if you guys don't know, Universe Mode is a 2K sandbox style mode that gives players the power to create unique narratives and control the WWE landscape. Universe Mode also allows players to create feuds, make decisions, choose the role that you want to do, create custom shows, and even add cutscenes. Universe Mode is one of the modes that give players the most freedom. Now, with that being said, WWE 2K25 is literally right around the corner, and these are a couple of things that Universe Mode needs in order for it to be a success once again. The first thing is a reconstructed calendar. Yes, the calendar needs to be reconstructed and brand new when it comes to WWE 2K25, because as you guys all know, in WWE 2K24, the calendar is very outdated. Now, not when it comes to the PLE shows, but when it comes to the placement of where the PLE shows are. So as you guys all know, in the WWE right now, WrestleMania is a 2-night thing. Now, this has been a thing for the past couple of years in the WWE. So I am kind of surprised that, 2K haven't done this in the past 2K games. But if they was to do it in WWE 2K25, they need to have it for Saturday as well as for Sunday. Now, as you guys all know, in the 2K24 calendar, you can't put a PLE on Saturday because you'll get hit with a major or minor show setup. So you can't even put any PLEs on those dates because you would have a normal show for those dates. So yeah, the PLE for WrestleMania should be a 2-night thing when it comes to WWE 2K25. If they can get, SummerSlam to be a 2-night event in WWE 2K25, that would be a major W as well, but they most likely will not, due to the fact that we basically, just got that announcement this year. And 2K probably won't go in and fix all of that, but hopefully we can see those other PLEs accurate in 2K25 next year. Now, another thing that needs to be added in Universe Mode next year in order for it to be a success once again is #1 contender matches. Now, I'm kind of surprised that this hasn't been in a WWE 2K game since 2K15, because this happens in the WWE all the time. So we got two superstars going at it, basically the #1 contender and the #2 contender fighting each other to see who will be up next for a championship match. So this should have been in Universe Mode a long time ago, but for some reason they decided to take that out, which is kind of disappointing. We last seen this in 2K15, like I said. We first got this in WWE 12, and those two games capitalized on that specific detail. Now, as you guys can see right here for the WWE 2K24 Universe Mode, we have Seth Rollins as the world champion, and we have CM Punk listed as the #1 contender, and we have Jey Uso listed at the #2 contender spot. Now, these two are also having a match, as you guys can see, and it is just a normal match. Now, if this was 2K15 or WWE 12, that would have said #1 contender match, and that would have made, everything feel more realistic, and whoever would have won that match would be basically, confirmed as the #1 contender. So this should be in WWE 2K25 next year to give, that mode a more authentic feel and even a more realistic look. So I hope to see this come back into WWE 2K25 next year. Now, in order to make rivalries stand out more, promos need to also be brought back into these WWE 2K games. The last time we seen promos was back in WWE 2K20, which that game is very glitchy. But we're not going to talk about 2K20. We're going to be talking about 2K25, and we need to see promos in that game, because promos is going to basically set up rivalry matches. And, it can also set up how intense the rivalry can be. So I feel like, it can be something they can capitalize on as well. So if you want your rivalry to be very intense, you can choose some very intense dialogue. And if you want your rivalry to be kind of medium, you can choose some medium dialogue. And if you want the rivalry to be very low, you can choose some low dialogue. So I hope to see, this come back into WWE 2K25 next year. But if they do bring it back, they kind of need to make it a little bit more better. I don't want to see too much of the same dialogue, although this most likely will be the case because there's not too much you can do when it comes to that. But like I said, if they do bring this back into 2K25, it should kind of be tweaked and improved a little bit. And like I said, this could set up rivalries in the game and make rivalry set up even more simpler. Now last but not least, the final thing that needs to be brought back into universe mode next year is the draft. Now the draft been going on in the WWE for a very long time. I believe they reinstated the draft back in 2016 and we had it ever since. So I'm kind of surprised that we didn't see this in universe mode, but we did hear them say that, you know, universe mode really hasn't been touched, but we need to see this in 2K25 next year. And I feel like there is two ways that they can capitalize on the draft. And the first way is the WWE 12 and WWE 13 way. Now, if you guys don't know what the WWE 12 and WWE 13 way, it is basically a draft match. So basically how this works is that, for example, let's say Kane is on SmackDown and we have John Morrison on Raw. So if Kane wins, his brand get a draft pick. So let's say Kane wins, he's on SmackDown, and SmackDown get a draft pick, and let's say they'll draft someone like, you know, Kurt Angle. Now Kurt Angle is all of a sudden on SmackDown because Kane won the, you know, draft match. Now that is one way they can do it, which I'm going to call it the WWE 12 and WWE 13 way. Now another way they can do the draft in 2K25, if they want to make it, you know, kind of more, you know, realistic or more, you know, simpler, is that they can just combine the MyGM draft system to the universe mode system. So we already know that they have a draft system in the game, so why not just use what is already in the game and, you know, just combine it to universe mode. They can have it, you know, some way where you can just go into, you know, universe mode options, you can click on draft and you can draft it from right there, and it should be able to save into that universe mode slot. Now that'll be way simpler than the draft match, if I was to say, and they'll probably be the more updated way to do it as well, because we see the draft go on in the WWE a lot, and you know, they've been doing it for the past couple of years. We recently had one, I believe, not too long ago, and yeah, the draft should be in these WWE 2K games. Now I know I didn't mention a couple of things that you guys, you know, want to see in universe mode, but the reason for that being is because we really haven't had it in the WWE in some quite time now, and that is show intros with pyro. Now if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section down below, but I haven't seen, you know, show intros with pyros in a very long time. I'm gonna say at least for like the past year I haven't seen a show opener with pyro, not even on the PLEs. Now I could be wrong, but I'm very confident that I haven't seen that in a long time. Now I wouldn't be surprised if this don't return into WWE 2K25 next year, because like I said, we haven't seen it in some quite time now, and you know, there'll probably be another issue where they have to do this for every show and all of that, and we already know 2K probably not going to go very much in detail with all of that when it comes to universe mode, or not even with universe mode, with all the other modes and all of that. But let me know in the comment section down below, do you agree with, you know, what universe mode needs by me, and what would you like to see in the universe mode next year in order for it to be a success once again? But anyways, Flick Section here, signing off, y'all. Peace.